What up, YouTube? G4Leader here once again, back with another video for you guys. Today's topic is going to be a follow-up vlog. This is going to be Thot Queen Part 3, Thotimus Prime Part 3. I know I told y'all I wasn't messing with this chick no more. I haven't talked to her. The last I updated you guys about her was her standing me up at YomaCon. That was in November 2015. A lot of shit done happened since then that I haven't got to update you guys about because I've been off of YouTube for a year and a half, so I haven't got to update you guys, you know? So, yeah. Let's start with September 2016, yo. September 2016, I found out, you know, while we were talking again, somehow she convinced me to talk to her again. Somehow, someway, she got me to believe in what she was saying, and I was talking to her again. Maybe I'm just a gullible fuck. I probably am, you know, but I was talking to her again, and I found out she was living with her ex, right? You know, and she swears nothing was happening with him. She swears nothing was happening with him. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But it was right when I found out who her ex was. You know, the ex that she was talking about was her baby daddy. Like the baby daddy that she told me she wasn't talking to for years, that I never had to worry about him. He was a deadbeat or this, that, and the third. She told me the only interaction they had was, oh, he would come and pick her up at 7-Eleven and see her for a little bit, and that's the only time we talk. And I'm just like, okay, you know. And it comes to find out she was dating that nigga. She was dating him again, and that's the reason she stood me up at YomaCon, was because she was with the baby daddy she was telling me I didn't have to worry about. You know, like, ain't that some fuck shit? You know, ain't that some fuck shit? And I got pissed. I seriously got pissed, you know. I felt, yet again, this bitch had finessed me, and at that point, I didn't want to talk to her no more. You know, it confirmed what I already knew. It's like, it's just best not to mess with somebody who got kids. You know, unless they baby daddy is in jail or that nigga dead or he out of state, she's always gonna fuck her baby daddy. That's just what co-parenting is in this day and age. They're going to fuck their baby daddy. And I knew that. I should have trusted my instincts, but I didn't. So I got finessed, and I didn't talk to her for a long time. I had just cut the bitch off. I didn't want anything to do with her. And at this point, she didn't take no for an answer. This made her take her stalking shit to the next level. And at this point, she was making different Twitters just to follow my shit, making fake accounts just to follow my shit. She was blowing me up on with text messaging, and it was a whole bunch of crazy shit like that, you know? She was taking it really far. Like, this chick would be just sending nudes out of nowhere, just showing her titties out of nowhere. Like, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck is going on right now? You know, she was really getting intense with this shit. It was slightly, she told me the only way I could get rid of her is with a restraining order. You know, and tell me that ain't some crazy shit. You know, but eventually a time came when some bad shit happened to me, right? You know, financially, and I had some real bad luck shit happening, and she knew I was struggling, you know, because through the fake Twitter she made to follow my Twitter, you know, to stalk me, of course. She found out I was going through hard times, and she started sending me money. Like, yo, she started sending me money. Yeah, she started to send me money, and I was like, yo. You know, and I can't be a fuck boy and take her money and just not talk to the bitch. I can't do that. On my conscience alone, I can't do that. So, and I couldn't say no to the money because this was some life and death situation. Shit, I needed that money, you know. I needed, you know, some type of money to get me through. Luckily, I'm cool now. You know, this was a while ago. And, I want to say this was like last year, you know, maybe last year. But I'm cool now since. But yeah, like I said, I had to talk to her again. But it was definitely on some probation period terms. Like, I still didn't trust her worth shit. The fact that she was going so hard for me, you know, it was, I can't lie, it was some flattering shit. You know, somebody who's blowing you up like that, somebody who's financially helping you out, somebody who's like really doing the most to help me, you know, I had to talk to her. But yeah, months later, months passed by and us talking and shit, And yeah, she finally convinced me that we needed to hang out. And trust me, after being stood up at YomaCon, I took some precautions. I said, I'm not getting ready until I even know you going to the spot we supposed to be at. I ain't getting ready. I ain't doing shit. I ain't telling you where I live. I ain't doing none of that motherfucking shit. And she was on the up and up. I made sure she made the first move first so we can hang out. And yeah, we ended up hanging out finally. We ended up having a cool time, ended up being a cool time. I can't front. Yeah, ended up being a cool time. I can't even front it. We talked, we grabbed some coffee, among other things, and it was a cool time or whatever. And yeah, and after we hung out or whatever, I found out, once again, somebody came to me and told me she was talking to some other dudes, and she was talking to another guy or whatever. And I was just kind of like, why are you what's the point of all of this? Where she convinced me to hang out. She was financially helping me. She was blowing up my phone with unsolicited nudes. She was making all these fake Twitters to hang out. She was doing all of this shit to get my attention. She got my attention, right? Just for her to get serious with another dude, and then she started to get distant and cold toward me after that. And I was just so confused. Not like I was considering a relationship and shit, because I had my own shit going on, But it was just for the simple fact that how long she was doing, because keep in mind, she was trying to get with me since, she was living with her baby daddy all the way till then. So it was just for the simple fact that she was going so much out of her way. It looked like, what was it all for? What was it all for to hang out with me? To do what you did with me for us to hang out, and then you already had another guy and now you getting serious with him. Nigga, I have no words. The shit was just stupid to me. And at this point, this is like 3 times you done played me for another dude. This is like the 3rd time you done did the shit. The first time is when you had another nigga baby in 2014. The 2nd time is with your baby daddy you swore you wasn't talking to or messing with. And the 3rd time is with somebody else after you done convinced me to hang out. It's like, she is truly... Keep in mind all different dudes. This is like she had like 3 pregnancies already. 3 different dudes. She be messing with the dudes, be doubling up. And like I said, the time she stood me up at YomaCon, where she was talking about us fucking and all of that in 2015, she was with her baby. Like, she is just truly a scumbag. Just truly a scumbag. And I kind of, at this point, I regretted, my biggest regret was taking the money to begin with. Even though I needed it, it just wasn't worth giving this bitch the satisfaction that she got. Because at this point, I feel like it was all for attention. She just wanted the attention. She just wanted to know she was able to do what she did. And she did. And you know what? I can't be too mad at her, because, like I said, I put myself in that position. I put myself in that position to talk to her again, and needing help like that. And, she played the game. She did what a thought does. She did what a thought does. She did what she knows to do. She's a thought. And it was my job to more or less protect myself from that thought shit, and I didn't do a good job, so I gotta put the blame on me. It's like 50% my fault, 50% her fault, 50% me for just putting myself in that position, 50% her for just being a piece of shit, So what's the status today? Status today is, like I said, I got my own thing going on with someone else. I'm cool. I'm cool in my situation. And she doing her thought shit or whatever, She doing her Thotimus Prime shit. And I can wholeheartedly say I am over that shit for good. This has been a 4-year, well, it ain't spanned until 2018 like that, I don't think. Nah, it was a 3-year thing because 2018, I wasn't bringing that bitch into another new year. I wasn't gonna bring that bitch into another year. So it was a 3-year ordeal dealing with her, and like I said, man, it's just finally coming to an end. Because like I said, I'm getting pretty serious in my own situation. Like, you know, like my own situation is pretty serious. So it's just kind of like, I don't even think about Thotimus Prime like that anymore. But I just had to talk to you guys about the story because I found the shit funny. You know, there's something else happened after. There's something else happened afterwards. I just can't believe I let myself fall for that shit. You know, but my main takeaway is like, what was it all for? What was it all for? Like, what was all the stalking for? Like, she would stalk me for months trying to find out where I lived, where I worked. She wanted to know she would make fake Twitter accounts. She would blow me up with text messages. Do you know how many nudes this bitch sent me for no apparent reason? Like, out of nowhere, on a random Tuesday afternoon, just some titties popping up on my phone. Like, what was it all for? Not only that, to financially give me your money that she worked for. Like, you giving me money, and she did all of that because she wanted attention. Because her ego couldn't handle a man telling her no. Nigga, what kind of thought shit is that? You know? What kind of backward, dumbass, pin the tail on a donkey, goofy ass motherfucking shit is that? Because she wanted attention. You know, that's the one thing I'll give myself credit for is I made even though she got what she wanted in the end, I made the bitch work for it. She had to come up out of her pocket. She had to invest that much time and energy. I made her work for it. And for that, I pat myself on the back that I made this thought work. This thought so easy. She could pull guys so easily. And the fact that she had to put in this much work to get me to give her the time of day and attention, I can live with that. You know, I can live with that. The way the story ended, you know, what I got in the end with my own situation. Like I said, I couldn't ask for a better way to end it. It's funny in the end, you know. But anyways, I just wanted to tell you guys about that shit because I found the shit to be hilarious. You know, the conclusion to the story. No more Thotimus Prime stories. I don't want to mention this bitch. I don't want to give her no more shine. I don't want to talk about her. She can, like I said, no more Thotimus Prime. Thotimus Prime don't exist in our world, in the G4 world anymore, you know, so I just had to tell you guys about this shit. Anyways, I'm about to get out of here. Y'all can hit me down in the comments down below. Tell me your thoughts on the shit. Tell me your thoughts on the Thotimus Prime. If you got a Thotimus Prime in your life, let's talk about these thoughts.